Hey, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. Today we're going to show you how to remove some things in the group on a Gaggia Classic or Gaggia Classic Pro. Show you how to get out a stubborn screw that holds on your shower screen, how to get off a stubborn shower screen holding plate, and how to get out a group gasket that's maybe being a little stubborn. Really pretty easy if you have the right stuff and a little knowledge. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to use a cold machine here. I'm going to take off all the accessories. Notice I have it on a towel here because we're going to flip this upside down. Take off this tube, the drip tray, take off a little cover on the top, and we'll take out the water reservoir. Now what we're going to do, so we can work on this easily, is just flip the whole machine upside down. And this is where we're going to be working in here. So a lot of times this screw can be really hard to get out. But I'm going to show you how to do it really easily. Then the shower screen holding plate below it and the group gasket below that. So what we're going to do first, now a lot of times if you can go in there, you want to use a stubby screwdriver. You can start like this. Make sure that your screw here is really, really clean. Now, you know, mine is really clean, but if you've got a lot of coffee gunk in there, so you can get that Phillips head down in there and not strip the head of this screw, you want to make sure this is really clean, so you can use something like this pick here, or if you've got a group brush. And also, if you just want to clean your group, this makes it a lot easier if you flip the machine upside down. So you can try and go in like this, but a lot of times you're not going to get enough leverage on it. So then what you want to do is use a longer shafted screwdriver. And you want a screwdriver, it's a number 2 that really fits that screw well. Again, when it's all clean. Now, as you can see here, actually, I'd like a slightly longer one here. Mine isn't hard, but I've got enough here that I can get this out of here. Now, another thing you can do, because really long shafted screwdrivers like this are going to be hard to find, if you've got, you can put together something from some extensions and stuff like that. And then if you had a ratchet, but the key is to really push down hard when you're trying to do this and then turn. And you see this gets me a little closer to, you know, up and down on this screw. And you may need somebody to help hold on to this or put this against something so that when you go to turn it, you can maintain that leverage on it. But that's usually going to do the trick. In fact, I talked to our tech service guys, and he says, there's never been one that I haven't been able to get out. If I turn the machine upside down, make sure that screw head is clean, and just really press down hard when you're turning. Now, you do want to be careful. You don't want to strip that screw head out. But if you do it right, you should be able to get that out. Then we're just going to remove the shower screen here, and that's going to get us access. Now, sometimes these can be a little sticky, and if you absolutely can't get this screw out, what you're going to have to probably do is go in with a very narrow-bladed screwdriver and dig. You're going to have to sacrifice the shower screen, dig this up and out, bend it up and out, and just kind of wrench on it to get this out and turn the screw out. So next up, we've got the shower screen holding plate right here. This comes out with a 5mm. Again, you want to make sure these are nice and clean. Mine are. And then you go in with your 5mm Allen wrench and you turn these screws out. Mine are really easy. Mine are clean. This machine is not neglected. It's been kept very clean. And you turn these out. They can be a little tough to start. Again, if you've never done this and had a Gaggia Classic for years, it's going to be harder. So a lot of times you'll get these out, and then you're going to find that this just won't come. And if this won't come out, you're just going to have to muscle it. You're going to use a little leverage. Now, you might use a cloth here. You're not really going to damage anything. But I'm just going to set a cloth here. Then you take a screwdriver and just keep wrenching on this. And you might have to go from side to side to just get a little force on that. But eventually, it will come out. While you got these parts out, clean them really well. Use something like Caffewerks or something. I'll link down in the description to that. So next up, that group gasket, that's right here. Let me grab one over here and show you what those look like. Now, a lot of people will have a machine for years and never ever change these out. Now, they wear down over time. They're going to get brittle and hard. And if they've been in there forever, they're going to be really difficult to get out. Most of the times, you can use something like a pick and just get it out like so. But if that's not happening, or you're starting to break off pieces, or you just can't get it, here's the really cool little trick. So you take a wood screw, something like this one or this one, and you're just going to take this and right in the center of the gasket here, you're going to place it in the center, and you're just going to start turning this in. So I'm going to hold mine up here so I can get my screwdriver down in there. I'm going to push real hard, and as you turn this screw in, oh, I missed a little bit there. as you turn this screw in, it'll eventually grab in and take hold. Then it's going to turn right through the rubber, and it's going to just kind of automatically, as it bottoms out, it's going to lift that gasket right out of there. Now you only need to do this, you know, if your gasket's been in there forever, and as you can see, it's just turning right out, following that screw up. And this one's relatively new, so it came out easy. Again, this could be a lot harder in a machine if that gasket's been in there forever. Now, if you get this out, here's what I want you to do. If you've got a newer Gaggia Classic, pick up one of these silicone group gaskets and drop that in. For an older one, get the yellow one. This is 8.5 millimeters in height. This is 8 millimeters in height. What happens over time is the group will wear down a little bit in here, and you might need that extra height of the yellow if you have an older Classic. Now I'm going to put this one in. And on these, let me just show you a little trick here. So they have kind of like a little bevel to the edge here, and then one side is flat. It's that bevel edge that goes down. And then just make sure that's pressed firmly down in there all the way. And we'll pretend that we've cleaned up our shower holding plate here. We also do have, this one happens to be aluminum. We do have stainless steel replacements here that are a lot heavier than this one, give you better heat retention. So if you're taking this out, you want to do a little upgrade, go for the stainless steel one we have. I'll link that down in the description as well. You know, turning the machine upside down like this just makes it so much easier to work on than if, you know, you're kind of trying to reach up underneath, and it's going to give you the leverage when you're trying to get screws in and out of there. Again, 5 millimeter here. Turn that in. Turn that in, and again, clean this area up real good. You know, get in there with a brush and clean that area out before you put anything back together. Now here's that original shower screen. I'm going to do a little upgrade again. I've got a IMS Nanotech shower screen here that I'm going to put in there instead. It's going to give you a nice distribution of water out of the head. And find my screw here. We'll get that started. And this just makes life so much easier. And you know, you can crank these down just a little. You don't have to go too far. And then that's it. We are done. So I hope that's helped you. Get out that screw, get out your shower holding plate, and the group gasket. If you have any questions or you want to pick up any of those upgrade replacement parts, check the description down there or use the comments for any of those questions, and we'd be more than happy to help you out. I'm Mark from Whole Latte Love. Thanks for watching.